Well, hello again, Wheatley Baptist Church. Pastor Dave here with their midweek update for this week. And guys, specifically, part of this message might be for you. Do you know that Valentine's Day is coming up? Yeah, February the 14th is just a few days away now. And, I thought I'd take an opportunity to maybe use that as a little bit of a theme to just share an update with you this week. Do you know the Feast of St. Valentine? That's really kind of what seems to have started this idea of Valentine's Day as we would know it in the Western world today. Well, that feast is, kind of attributed to, the patron saint of Valentine's Day, St. Valentine in the Catholic world. But it's always been a day that's a little bit shrouded in mystery as far as origins go. We know that, February has been a long celebrated month of romance, far back into the Middle Ages. St. Valentine's Day, as we know it today, it kind of contains these parts of both a Christian and ancient Roman tradition. But who's St. Valentine? How did that get to become associated with Valentine's Day? And the reality is there's actually more than one St. Valentine. The Catholic Church itself would recognize three different saints named Valentine or Valentinus in the Latin, all of whom were martyred, by the way. And so there's a thought that this is kind of a tribute, a feast day that ended up in February as a tribute to them. Well, the other line of thinking kind of goes that a celebration or the feast of St. Valentine's was really a way that the Christian church of the day, so this is kind of just after the 3rd century, because the Valentines all kind of died around the same time, about AD 270, give or take. But they put this feast day in the middle of February in an effort to kind of Christianize a very large pagan celebration that was going on. They called it Lupercalia in the Roman world at that time. And it was kind of this fertility festival dedicated to a guy named Phanes, who was the Roman god of agriculture for all you farmers out there. And as well as to the founders of Rome, the gods that they would believe were Romulus and Remus. They put all that stuff together in a way to try and kind of move this pagan holiday or festival or rite, if you will, aside and Christianize it. And to be honest with you, from there, it just kind of took off, and it's made its way into the Western world, as so many things have from that time, in a manner that we're used to it today as Valentine's Day. I wanted to use that setting specifically just to share a couple of things to you. And first and foremost is this. Valentine's Day should be about love, and I wanted to take the opportunity to share, I think the most famous love passage in the world, in my opinion, but certainly in all the scriptures, and that is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And so, I'm actually going to read that to you. I hope that's okay. I hope you maybe take the opportunity to press pause right now, go grab your Bible and read along with me. And if not, that's fine too. Maybe create an opportunity for yourself to pause, though, and just listen to these words that Paul was penning to the Corinthian church. And I'm reading from the New Living Translation where this section is titled, Love is the Greatest. Isn't that wonderful? Love is the greatest. So here's Paul. He says, if I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, and if I understood all of God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I could move mountains but didn't love others, I would be nothing. If I gave everything I have to the poor and even sacrificed my body, I could boast about it. But if I didn't love others, I would have gained nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable. It keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. Love never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. Prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and special knowledge will become useless, but love will last forever. Now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture. But when the time of perfection comes, these partial things will become useless. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. Now we see things imperfectly, like puzzling reflections in a mirror. But then we will see everything with perfect clarity. All that I know now is partial and incomplete, but then I will know everything completely, just as God knows me completely. 3 things will last forever. Say them with me, folks. Faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. Well, the greatest of these is love for sure. And I thought maybe I'd just take an opportunity to give you a little something, maybe to share with one another, if you so desire. You know that our church, Wheatley Baptist Church, we have a tool called Right Now Media, which is a selection of curated videos and different studies, but also a number of resource videos. And so I've created on our Right Now Media page a special collection that has 3 things inside of it, which are videos that maybe you choose to watch on Friday night or Saturday night or Sunday night, whenever you're going to celebrate a Valentine's Day. In particular, there's 2 I think are fantastic. One, Tim and Kathy Keller did a little bit of a session around marriage. Specifically, I've watched that. I think it's an excellent resource. And then some of you participated in Marriage Night last year, and so they've made that available to us again. And so there's a recasting of the Marriage Night series and speakers, and all of that is available on Right Now Media. So if you go to our Wheatley Baptist Church page, you'll see right at the top there it says Valentine's Day. You can click on either one of those things and watch them. And I've put, like I said, another 1 or 2 different resources in addition to that as well. Hope you are able to make use of that. I hope that you also take an opportunity just maybe to revisit that passage. And I'll tell you, one of the things that really made me do was think about my relationship with Marley. And think very specifically, are the things that I am doing on a daily basis representative of the love that I say I had for her? And reading through that passage really helps me put some definition to that. So there's maybe something for you to consider. Folks, I just have one quick announcement for you too, and that's really a reminder that the Wheatley Area Food Bank is doing a fundraising drive-through supper this Saturday the 13th. So even there, hey, if you participate in that, you may not even have to make supper. You could come and grab that and take it home. You can see on the slide here a wonderful cottage pie and a roll, some peanut butter cookies that I hear are out of this world. Just note, though, that that's a first come, first serve offering that's going to begin at 10 a.m. in the church parking lot, and I think it's over by 3 or 3:30. On a first come, first served basis. I just want to say thank you to those of you that are volunteering. This is an effort not just by our church alone, but by the other churches in town too. So some of you are cooking. Some of you are going to be there Saturday at the church, organizing and distributing those things. My thanks to you. You're providing such a wonderful service for our food bank and for our community. That's all for now. I'm going to talk with you a little bit later in the week. For those of you that are following along with our 1 Year Through the Bible series, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week this week. Blessings. Talk with you soon.